Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, a place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about today is an update on a story that we covered around New Hampshire versus Massachusetts, gun rights versus gun control. The state Supreme Court is hearing this case yesterday, but the big thing here is this could legitimately go between a state battle into a SCOTUS battle, and it's all around states and their ability to penalize people from outside their borders only for temporary visits around gun rights. This is going to be a big one. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and with that said, let's dive right in, because Massachusetts has one of the most stringent gun control regimes on the books. New Hampshire doesn't. They're kind of that, freedom or die kind of vibe, which I personally subscribe to. But what's happening here is Massachusetts is flexing on New Hampshire residents and putting them in prison for their gun rights. If they don't have a Massachusetts permit, then they're going to get pinched on Massachusetts law, even though they live in New Hampshire. All right? That's the overall debacle. But what I'm about to show you is a clip from Massachusetts, CBS Boston. And this is where the actual New Hampshire Attorney General is going after the Massachusetts Attorney General. This could be a thing. Check this out. This is an update, again, because it was heard yesterday. Let's get it.
A license, but not in Massachusetts. In New Hampshire, you can own and carry a gun without a license, but not in Massachusetts. So what happens when police here stop a driver from New Hampshire who has a gun in the car? As WBZ's Mike Sullivan explains, it's now a legal battle that New Hampshire's Attorney General is willing to fight.
Mass residents routinely head to New Hampshire for what they can't get legally in the state. Often, that's fireworks. And the moment a New Hampshire gun owner carries their legal firearm into Mass without a firearm license, it's suddenly illegal.
You get caught with a gun in Massachusetts, you're in for one of the most traumatic experiences of your life. This is not a glorified speeding ticket.
New Hampshire Attorney General John Formella is coming after state law, filing a brief supporting a Lowell District Court that has now dismissed 7 cases where New Hampshire gun owners have faced firearm possession charges for passing into the state.
Now, this is an important piece to understand. The New Hampshire Attorney General is supporting it, and the Massachusetts Attorney General is saying, no, we want our gun control. We want you pinched. We want you in prison. That's what's happening right now. So now this fight is elevating, not just between jurisdictions and localities. This is elevating between 2 different states that share a border. So when you go over that border, that imaginary border drawn on a map, all of a sudden your constitutional rights don't exist anymore. That's the idea. Now, Massachusetts says perfectly fine because states' rights. New Hampshire says that violates the U.S. Constitution. Do you see where this can go? Because the Massachusetts Supreme Court just heard this yesterday. So if they say, nah, you can't do that, or yeah, you can do that because we're Massachusetts and anything with a gun is evil, it has potential to go to the next level. Again, remember, Bruin decision started with a single case in New York. This could be a thing. This got reciprocity written all over it. But I digress. Let's continue.
Doubt that the Mass Supreme Judicial Court looks to New Hampshire for how to construct its gun laws.
Jack Lew is a former Massachusetts judge.
Nobody knows because ultimately the U.S. Supreme Court, not even the Mass Supreme Judicial Court, has to decide it.
For people in Mass and New Hampshire, it can be a polarizing question. Is Massachusetts law unconstitutional? Does it violate the Second Amendment?
As long as they don't have any, history of a crime or anything like that, I think it's fine. I think any state should be able to regulate how they can control their guns.
In a statement, Massachusetts...
Okay, I'll show you her in a second. So did you catch what that guy just said? He said, well, the Supreme Court has got to decide it. And then the introduction of, well, it's unconstitutional to apply a gun control regime to someone who doesn't live in your state. Oh, by the way, the entire gun control regime is unconstitutional in Massachusetts. That's what's at risk here. The Massachusetts Attorney General is running a pretty dangerous gambit from her perspective, because if the Supreme Court of the United States looks at this and goes, let's talk about that, you might have another case that comes up that all of a sudden slaps the gun control regime in Massachusetts across the face. Sorry, let me get that ad out of here because that's just rude. All right, let's keep going.
Attorney General Andrea Campbell says the state applies its laws evenly to residents and non-residents alike. Nothing in the Constitution prohibits mass law from enforcing state laws.
You can do a lot of things to people besides lock them up. And you can change their behavior, eat better that way than by locking them up.
In 2022, the Suffolk DA said of the 441 traceable guns seized in 2021, 61% came from only 9 states, New Hampshire being one.
I don't think the guns are the problem. I think bad people are the problem.
Now it's on Massachusetts to decide how to respond to the problem. The state has filed an appeal against the lower court rulings, calling them erroneous, saying they deprive the state from enforcing their laws. In Nashua, I'm Mike.
All right, enough of that guy. Let's go back big and let's kind of break this down. So the Massachusetts point is, well, you can't get mad at us for enforcing state laws, which begs the question, and this is why they want it to go away real quick, do state laws supersede the Constitution of the United States? The answer there is no, because you're talking about a Second Amendment. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Doesn't say unless you live in Massachusetts. That's the big gambit here. That's why this is such an important case. We're at the lower levels. We're at the highest point in the Supreme Court area of Massachusetts. But if this starts going into the district level courts, and this starts getting into the federal court, and into the circuit courts, and then it gets into the SCOTUS, the path is long, but Massachusetts is not going to look too good when you continue this road of they're perfectly constitutional till they cross an imaginary state boundary, which means something is unconstitutional. And that's going to be a bit of an issue, particularly when you look at all the different states who have adopted that exact same principle. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.